Move.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Beal, second by Councilwoman Bettina. We have
Excuse me, sorry.
We have one piece of business before we conclude this evening, and that is accepting the bid for the Carnwath Farms Reese Cultural Center HVAC work. As I mentioned before, that bid opening was held today by the town clerk's office. We received two bids. I believe Councilman Casella, we'll hand it off to you.
Sure. So there are two bids, folks. It was $142,787. Air Masters was $141. When you take into account, it's about an $1,800 difference. When you take into account the warranties, this is a significantly better warranty under folks. Just to give you a couple of things, part warranty for the one vendor is 5 years of maintenance. The other one, folks, is 12 years, so significantly different. Labor warranty is 1 year for one. The other one is 5 year. And if you look at the workmanship guarantee, it's 1 year for the one and it's 10 years for the other. So warranty more than makes up for the price differential. So I make a recommendation that we go with the folks quote of $142,787.
I'll second that motion.
They did not have the proper non-collusion form. They did not have the, as you notice, the Excel spreadsheet that I sent you, the X indicates the, that they provided all that information. When we opened the bid, they didn't have it.
So can we send them those forms?
They did not, right? Is that, I guess I yield to the attorney, is that a requirement? It's always been a requirement.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that,
Yeah, but
Joe, I gotta tell you, I didn't notice that
the exit form.
yeah, I didn't notice that. So they're supposed to come with the non-collusive bidding certificate.
Okay.
And the bid bond, they come with the bid bond, what it was, they sent you all the documents. And you'll see that what was it, the
Air Masters.
Air Master had everything. And you folks had nothing.
Mr. Ligori, how would you recommend the board proceed?
It's up to you guys. You could reject all the bids. It's within your right. Have it redone. I don't know.
Or we can table and ask them for the additional information.
Well,
They take that, the bid without the,
in effect, if it doesn't have those items, it's not a qualifying bid. You'd be subject to, a dispute by Airmaster potentially. So you don't have the ability to cure. You're supposed to get it right the first time. So your options are you could go with the lower bid, or you could reject them and redo it.
Oh, geez. Having to redo the bid process again, we're already running behind on this.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't take that long to redo it, because everything's there except for that paperwork.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't take that long, what, a day?
But now we're giving folks again another opportunity to come back. Now they know prices again, and then they
Yeah.
can.
Not folks, other vendors.
Yeah. Then it's open to a lot of issues and conflict.
Well, we can say the same thing too. We got a quote from folks, right? We had it out there last time, and then all of a sudden, the next quote came in a little bit less. So we could say the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's, you're kind of damned if you do it, damned if you don't,
Right.
I mean, it was pretty obvious when one came in for $1,000 less, that obviously they had seen folks, so, folks was gonna,
From a legal point of view, can we ask them to have that paperwork submitted by tomorrow? I mean, give them, if you want the job, it's yours, but we need this paperwork, or?
no, Chris, it really doesn't work that way.
Okay.
In order to qualify, then you have to be technically correct on the items that are being submitted, and I don't think the bid notice was, it's not like it wasn't conspicuous.
Yeah, it was outlined.
But I think folks is the better, I don't think there's a disagreement as to what the
Right.
better deal was. The better deal was the folks bid because of the extent of the warranties.
All right.
You don't think it was a system problem that it wasn't submitted, maybe?
It's done in an envelope.
either way, it wasn't there, so you knew about it before the meeting.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of is going back to the lowest bidder and asking them to, meet the warranty.
Could we do that?
Yeah, you could ask.
Let's do that then.
All right,
Could try that.
okay. All right, as long as it's
So
okay.
now we're giving them an opportunity to,
Not change their price, but meet the warranty, and if not, then we reject the bids.
Yeah.
So on the same motion, why don't you, so you're giving one the opportunity to correct a bid.
Well,
Why don't you give the other one you know what I'm
so
saying?
It's
the
not
difference,
corrected,
the
though.
nuance is that one is defective
Right,
and one isn't.
Right.
okay.
And so the one that isn't is going to get the award unless you reject them. And so you would be within your right to ask them if they could beef up the warranty.
With the initial bid,
Yeah, but not change the price. That's it.
right.
Because effectively, to both points, there is only one bid.
Right.
Even though
There's
two
only-
submitted,
That's
there's only
right,
one
there's one
bid.
bid.
It's-
Right.
My point is, 6 weeks ago, we could have given it to folks, we would have given it to folks, and we didn't even look at that.
Well, I wasn't aware it
You know
didn't go
what
out
I'm
to
Yeah,
bid.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why I'm just wondering why it's a.
Yeah, who knows? They might have changed it, you never know.
So let's just do
So-
that.
Yeah, so, Councilman, you have a motion on the floor. Would you like to withdraw it?
I'll withdraw it.
Okay. With that, I'd like to make a motion to award the bid to Air Masters with the condition that they meet the warranties outlined by the town board. If not, the bid would be rejected. How would you make that sound legal?
Yeah. So you can award, you make a motion to award the bid to Airmaster with the caveat that you attempt to achieve a greater warranty
I like that.
or a warranty, look, let me just say one thing. They may not be able to, depending on the equipment that they provide. So for instance, they're not going to be able to increase a manufacturer's warranty. But the 1 year, which is the merchantability warranty, that's the one that's given by a contractor. So that's the one that you can try to see if you can get more out of them for. So your motion would be to award the bid to Airmaster and seek to extend the warranty from what's proposed to a greater amount.
Okay. I make a motion to award the bid to Air Masters and seek to reach an agreement to extend the warranty to a greater amount.
Great.
Do I have a second?
So just a question on that. So again, the warranty is significantly better for folks versus the other. Do they have to meet that? Can we say you got to at least
They
meet
have to
that?
be better.
Wherever is possible. I get it. Certain things they can't, it's beyond their control, but I think 2 out of the 3 pieces of warranty here, they should be able to meet.
No,
So-
1 out of 3. So you have the part warranty, which is by a part supplier. You have a manufacturer's warranty, which is the manufacturer. So typically the contractor they're not going to be able to get the manufacturer to increase the warranty.
So the only one you can really do is the labor
Labor
warranty?
Yeah, the labor, or what's called the merchantability.
Are they identical units?
They should be.
It seemed that way.
Yeah, so.
Well, how could they be identical
I-
if one
I don't know.
offers
I-
more and the
I'll
other one
find out.
doesn't?
I will find out tomorrow.
All right, then, look, we're going to meet in 2 weeks, right?
Right.
And if it doesn't work out, we come back in 2 weeks and go from there.
Why don't we find out those answers?
Should we wait 2 weeks to make this?
Yeah, that's the
Or
question.
just
Is it better?
reject it and
Yeah, I
start
think so.
over.
Let's get the answers for the next one, and then
I
if
mean,
we have to, you go out and rebid again, maybe. Let's see.
Look, I can't speak to the timing. It's
Yeah.
easy for me to make that suggestion.
I know.
I see your hesitation. I'm not trying to delay it anymore.
Yeah.
If you guys want to move forward, you think the 2 weeks are going to make a difference, then
I think that it would. Councilwoman Bettina has said this, time and time again, that we need to get this moving forward. It's a priority. We would have an answer tomorrow either way. At least we would have the authorization to move forward. If we're good to go and he says, yep, warranties are met, the work starts sooner. If not, it's 2 weeks. It at least gives us the ability to continue moving the project forward. Would that?
They're both Mitsubishi units,
Yes.
but, so, because I had them put in.
Yes.
Some vendors are premium installers, and some of them are getting them from they're not like the Mitsubishi installer.
yeah.
So they may not get the same warranty as a better,
Yeah.
a qualified installer, so, because looking at the units, they're similar.
Yeah. So that's the thing, he would be able to give an answer very quickly.
Yep.
So, do I have a second to my motion to at least move this forward? And we'll have an answer tomorrow?
Any idea when either one of these could start?
I do not know. Both seem to, especially folks
Within-
say, that they were ready to go. Airmaster seemed to say that they were
Within
ready to
30
go.
days, the
Yeah.
bid package required commencement within 30 days,
Within 30 days, so.
and then completion within 30 days thereafter.
So we're,
So you're taking them out into March, end of March?
yeah.
Yep.
So if you move that out 2 weeks into early April, when do they start opening up the,
Sports Museum opens in April, April 1st.
What's the total cost?
141.
It's $1,000 difference between the two.
Right, but still, I mean,
The warranty
Integrity of
is
the
really, really important.
right, I get that, but
The integrity of the bid.
the bid process is what makes me have
Nervous.
reservations. I don't want to delay the project, but I want to make sure that we are awarding the bid properly.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm not convinced we are, based on the lack of some of the documentation.
Well, that's, folks had the lack of
Yeah,
documentation.
folks had the-
Yeah. Airmasters had the full documentation,
The higher bid.
yes. Yeah,
No,
Folks was the lower bid.
What, no,
Folks was the
Airmaster,
higher bid, yeah.
yeah,
Folks
Airmaster was the
higher
lower bid,
bid. Yes, and they satisfied the full.
right.
And technically, to the town clerk's point, there is only one bid from Airmasters because they satisfied all the documentation
And the lowest bid.
and the lowest bid.
I'll second it.
Okay, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Right now, I have to be opposed.
I
I'm gonna,
oppose.
All right, roll call.
Yeah, roll call vote.
Councilman Beal?
Aye.
No.
Tina, no. Councilman Phillips?
Yeah.
no.
Aye.
Nays have
Okay.
Once in a while, this happens.
Yeah. So we are rejecting the bids.
it. Bid,
Yes, bid, the single bid.
We'll get it done.
We'll get it done right.
All right, wait, hang on a second.
Yeah, but this is the thing. So the motion was we have to then reject this bid.
It's been rejected.
Yes.
Right.
So now
Okay.
what? Can we? re-
Authorize me to
Yes.
Rebid it.
republish.
Yeah, move to
Republish.
authorize the attorney to the town to republish the bid.
Second.
When do you want to open them? It would have to be, I guess, at the second, the
ASAP.
first meeting in
As soon as
February, right?
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll only be published, how fast could we get something in the paper?
Oh, we don't put it in the paper, we just do the bid
Oh,
net.
bid net?
Yeah, I can do that
Yeah.
tomorrow.
we don't solicit.
Yeah, I will have Caitlin reopen the solicitation and,
Gotta keep that separate.
yeah.
So as quick as possible, whatever the
Yeah.
law allows.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's just do it right, because
Yep.
Oh, we did.
I'm just saying,
We did.
let's do our best to ensure that the process is
Third
done
time's a
correctly, even though it wasn't our mistake.
So,
And for the benefit of the town.
All right, so I have a motion to authorize the attorney to the town to rebid the project.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Beal, second by Councilman Phillips. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Thank you very much. It will be rebid tomorrow.
Two minor things before we adjourn, if that's okay with the board. So there's a typo on number 4 on my packet, right? It might not be a typo on the final product, but I just want to make sure that on be it resolved number 1 on resolution 4, it says FIVE, but it's $200. I don't know if you have that on your end, but I have it. It says FIVE. It's from a previous resolution.
Yeah, it should be 200.
Does it have the word 200?
No, it says 500, but it's got 200 in the bracket.
Yeah.
Right, but
The
he may,
bracket's
on his revised,
That one,
Yeah.
oh, you got it, okay. And then the second thing was on resolution number 7, this is not a typo, I just want to make a point. With respect to the official newspaper for the town of Wappinger, obviously, the Poughkeepsie Journal and the Southern Dutchess News, based on the fact that it's printed within the boundaries of the town of Wappinger, right?
Correct.
I get that.
Yes.
The reality that we all likely understand is that circulation on newspapers has decreased as much as 90+%, right? So what I'd like us to entertain, in addition to legal notices that are being duly printed by affidavit within these publications, I'd like us to entertain having a section on our website that shows all the legal notices. In other words, you just copy and paste it onto a page on the website. So folks that don't have, don't buy newspapers or don't get newspapers anymore can go on our website and click on legal notices and be able to read the legal notices.
I agree with
Are
that.
you okay?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just send it to the papers and to Tom Hall.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just think that, I think, it's time that we have that as a resource too for folks that don't.
Yep.
And listen, I am a proponent for local news, right? It's something I am vocal about in my other space in the mornings. But unfortunately, newspapers have become less accessible to folks, right? So,
And Councilman, you and I have talked about this. I think it's a great idea, and again, we have a great website that's very comprehensive, and I think as long as the town clerk is satisfied with that, we can
Okay.
we
All
can
right.
have that move forward the next time we have a
Appreciate
legal notice.
I appreciate it. And then I would say, just keep them on there, right? So
Yeah, it's
you
a running
just keep,
tab. Right,
it's
just
a
keep
blog,
it
basically.
going.
So you can just scroll back and say, hey, look, there it is from 3 weeks ago, I just think it would be a good thing to do, and I'm assuming that there's no legal issue with that. And that was the random thought that I had earlier tonight that I wanted to mention.
Beautiful. Just as an update, because I got an updated picture. Work did start at the chapel at Carnwath, and they've started gutting and doing a plaster repair inside the chapel there. The sports museum was very happy, so that event space is moving along very nicely. On the exterior of the building, since we ordered the lift to get the Christmas lights down in a time-sensitive manner this year, we had the lift dropped off at Carnwath to clean the gutters on the chapel and put gutter guards on, because that was a source of leaking after every 5 years there. So now Preventative Maintenance Buildings and Grounds has been able to put gutter guards along that entire section of the chapel and clean the gutters to prevent any other leaking. So I just want to give that shout out there.
Did you get an update on the boat ramp?
The boat ramp, Sal was trying to bring together the Chelsea Yacht Club and the gentleman that owns the former marina, because they both need wall work. So we're trying to bring together all those contractors, have one pre-construction meeting. This way, we can try to coordinate all of the work together. We do not want Chelsea Yacht Club or anyone else to then be driving down our newly installed ramp. So that was the last that we had heard from them. Chelsea Yacht Club was open to this discussion. I don't believe that we've received correspondence back from that adjoining property owner.
We also needed to update our docks,
Yes.
because my only suggestion is, Mr. Paloni had presented us with
Took the words right out of my mouth.
with a kayak launch office. It would make sense if we're gonna go that route to go that route.
So I
Include
was going to add to the next agenda in January, Mr. Paloni's kayak proposal, to add one dock, well, replace the docks in the Hudson River, add a kayak feature to that, but then add another one, whether that's on the Wappinger Creek or the Sprout Creek, that's up for the town board, but at least getting that project started there.
Very good.
So that will be on the agenda in next meeting.
Let me know when the meeting is regarding the yacht club
Yes.
and Sal and everything else, please.
Absolutely, always do. Okay. Seeing no further business to come before the town board, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Beal, second by Councilman Phillips, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everyone, good night.